Okay, I'm actually waiting for a car wash right now. I actually been to quite a few of the car wash center. You know they are always full, so I have to go for a quick wash before I can actually show you about the 118i, the exterior of it. Okay, it's a 118i 2018 models. I think it's the last or second last batch of this model, because they are about to launch a new one, I think very soon in next year. So but this is, trust me, this one actually is a very good buy right now, especially now. I think they are doing some year-end offers right now, because always during year-end they are pushing out all the old models, and because they are importing the new one very soon. So this is the M Sport models for 118i. It's the 3-cylinder 1.5 liter turbo engine. It produces 136 horsepower and I think 210 Newton meter of torque. It is actually good enough, not super powerful, but it's very sufficient for your day-to-day usage, right? So let's look at the interior right now. Okay, like I say, this is a BMW 118i M Sport, so it's actually featuring not the new one, as in the M Sport steering. Okay, it is very nice, very thick, and also very cushy. Okay, I'm not too sure whether you can see it carefully. It's actually very cushy, so very nice in the hand. So a lot of people might think, the interior of a BMW is actually quite outdated, but to me this one doesn't look outdated at all, because they actually upgraded the infotainment system. Look at the infotainment system, they are now different. They are actually using the new user interface. I think this is the same system that is being used in 7 series, in the current new 5 series. So it's very, very nice to look at. So since we are talking about infotainment, right, just to show you a little bit, you see, if you can also see your phones when it is connected, you can actually see your battery level, right? Then in terms of the navigation, it is really brilliant. Once you set your destinations, then you can get back to your menu. It will actually show you the directions without by not getting into the map itself. So this is a very brilliant kind of executions over here. And I think the sound system, it's okay. It's not really good or bad either, so it's just a normal sound system. Then you have the vehicle informations. Then you have your connected drive, which is free subscription for like 3 years if I'm not mistaken. So you get to call the service center to help you to book a restaurants, to drive you to certain places. They will send the map straight to your system, so then you can start off with your drive, right? So in terms of the notifications, it's a little bit outdated. They can only receive SMS, they can only read out SMS, but not your WhatsApp. So I think BMW should get themselves updated a little bit, so at least incorporate the WhatsApp into this system. Just a recap in terms of the horsepower of this car, which is 136 horsepower and 210 Newton meter of torque. It is not a super impressive numbers, but I can assure you it is very sufficient for your day-to-day drive, right? And it's actually quite rewarding by driving this car. Not only depending on the output of the car, but also in terms of its handling, right? It handles actually very, very well for entry-level BMW. Especially this one is equipped with the M Sport suspensions. I'm not really sure whether it's active suspensions, because I do feel the suspensions is being stiffened by a bit, but not very, very significant, right? So I'll put this in a sport mode, all right, and I started to feel a little bit harsh in terms of the feedback from the road. But don't get me wrong, it is not really harsh until you cannot take it, you cannot stand with it, right? It is a little bit harsher, but it's a lot softer already compared to the old Audi A4. That one is really stiff. The suspension is really stiff. It is really not comfortable. It is equipped with the 18-inch wheel with a very thin profile at the back. I think 35. So it is already considered a very good and comfortable car, right? So I'm now in sport mode, but I cannot rave it here. Okay, I'm going to perform an 80 to 120 test for you guys. So I'm now at 80. 3, 2, 1, floor. The overtaking, it's alright. It's perfectly fine for 1.5 liter turbo engines. But the engine does vibrate slightly more, slightly stronger than the 4-cylinder. It is actually quite obvious when the auto start stop is activated. Look at this auto start stop system, this one. Yeah, I would normally turn it off. You know why? It doesn't help really in terms of the fuel saving, probably slightly, but not very significant. But due to these 3-cylinder engines, right, it actually vibrates very strong when it is starting up. Try to have a look at it. I'm not too sure whether you can see the vibrations. I can definitely feel the vibration of the engines. It is not really bad, but it's something shouldn't be coming up from a BMW. Maybe they should actually improve it slightly more before they release the 3-cylinder. Or they can deactivate the function permanently, or to give the driver a choice whether or not to activate these functions, because it's quite annoying. Try to imagine you're stuck in a jam and the car keep on going off, the engine keep on going off and on and off like that. This is really annoying. Okay, so this steering is really good. Okay, it's giving you a lot of feedbacks. Not only that, it is very sharp at the same time. When you're going through some bends, some corners, you really don't have to do a lot of corrections. It glides along the way, you know, around the curve very nicely. So it is a very nice steering setup for this 118i. Alright, this is the BMW 118i 1.5 liter turbo engine. It's the M Sport package. So you can see here with the M Sport bumper, the lights after facelift, it looks very good. Okay, then we go to the sides. It looks very nice with a hatchback. And this tire is actually 18-inch with profile of 35, so very thin tire, but it's considered a very comfortable ride. Okay, like I said, it's a hatchback. The previous model I don't really like the rear, but this one looks very nice. Okay, let's open it up and see. Yeah, I actually have a stroller, baby stroller, as well as a baby chair. Actually quite sufficient for a small family. Okay. Here you go. This is the 118i M Sports from BMW. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and share it.